Hello everyone, good morning. Today and tomorrow, the first 2 days would be the orientation session where I will be walking you through the course curriculum, course structure, and what are the course highlights. And we do have a learning platform called Google Classroom. I'll walk you through that and we'll discuss about the MDG prerequisites skills to be or for the MDG technical and functional consultants. And also, I will understand your skill set and also would guide you in case any of the prerequisites are missing for you, how you can learn. So, the learning path, all those things we would be discussing in the initial 2 days, today and tomorrow. Post that, we'll start with our main content. So we had a demo already on 19th February, and today we are going to start the regular sessions. And the timings are from Monday to Friday, morning 7 to 8:15 a.m. IST time zone. And the course duration is approximately 3.5 to 4 months. Max, it would be completed by 3.5 months, but due to some unforeseen challenges. So in case if it get extended, maybe 1 or 2 weeks would get extended. So the reason for the long duration is like you would be getting the in-depth training with assignments and detailed explanation of each and every concept from both technical and functional perspective. That's the reason you may find my course is a little lengthy compared to other courses. Okay, so just a brief about my portfolio. So I do have around 15 plus years of experience. I worked on various areas like ABAP, Web Developer, ABAP FPM, and since last 7 years, I've been working on MDG. I work since the ECC versions, and currently I'm working for S4HANA 2022 version, and I played various roles like MDG technical consultant, technical architect, technical lead, techno-functional consultant. So various roles have been provided, and I worked on various kinds of projects like implementation, support, rollout, upgradation, all the projects. And so far, I completed around 15 batches, and yours is the 16th one. So on top of this, there are many students who are opted for the self-learning option also that I am not counting here. So currently, I'm working for one of the top MNCs here in India. I don't want to disclose the company name due to some other issues. So I am working as a technical architect from the offshore. Okay, so that's just a brief about my portfolio. Now, let's have a quick walkthrough of our course curriculum. So, what are the content that we are going to cover as part of this training, and what you can expect? Everything we'll be discussing here. So, I don't want to go each and every item, okay, line by line, because you may not be able to understand each and everything also. But I will give you a walkthrough of each and every unit, just a brief overview so that you can understand what we will be covering. So first we'll start with the introduction. So in order to get into any new technology, so it's very much required, like we need to understand why that is required and what it can offer, what is the use of that, all those. So we'll see first what is a master data and what are the various master data challenges we do have in the industry, and how MDG can overcome the master data challenges. What are the various types of data we do have in SAP? And what is the architecture of MDG? And what kind of deployments can be expected from MDG? And what are the standard solutions delivered by SAP, as well as how about the custom solutions? How feasible MDG is to build a custom end-to-end solution, and the core principles of MDG. So all those things we are going to discuss in the first unit. So once we understood the framework, MDG framework, so here the one of the complex things here is understanding the MDG framework and the core principles. That is very much important. So this unit itself takes around 2 weeks. Okay, it takes 2 weeks to understand the framework itself. So it would be completely theory. The first unit would be completely theory. So you also have to be little patient, because I know I can understand like a theory would be little boring compared to the practical session. But trust me, if you can't understand this theory, you may not be able to understand the further topics of MDG at all. So that is the reason more attention is required towards this theoretical concept understanding. Okay, that is very much required. So once this chapter is completed, then you will be getting the server access, because till then there are no hands-on, no system access is required. And the baseline configuration. So this deals with the end-to-end system setup for MDG. Like let's say you got a fresh ECC or S4 HANA system. So how you can set up your MDG system from end to end? They have given a fresh system with the required basis and security activities are done. So we need to ensure MDG is running on that system. What are the various configuration activities? Those are part of the baseline configuration activities. So this I cannot be able to show you practically because the system had been already set up and I only set up the system. So currently we do have the latest version S/4HANA 2023. I am working on that system setup. It's almost done. Couple of configuration activities are pending. So while setting up that system, so I am recording the configuration activities as well. So I would be sharing you those configuration recordings so that you can understand how you can set up the system. Next, data modeling. So for any master data, like the master data design is very important. Like for example, if you take material master, we do have material basic data, plant data, storage location data, okay, costing, planning. Likewise, we do have various views for material. Same way for business partner, we do have business partner header data or general data, and the address information, roles information, banking information, vendors, customers, purchasing org, sales org, partner profiles. Likewise, we do have various types of data segments for any master data. Now, just imagine like if you have all the data in a single table, it looks very clumsy, right? So we need to properly structure our data. So in the traditional ECC or S4, we know there are backend tables, S4 HANA or ECC tables for gathering this master data requirements to store the master data. Now, how in MDG we can structure our data? So that is nothing but data modeling our master data. How we can structure our master data and what are the various concepts of that? Like there are various things like type 1 entity, type 2, type 3, type 4, like that. There are few relationships. Okay, there are some data modeling concepts using which we can structure our master data. So we'll have a understanding of the concepts first. Then we will have a walkthrough of the standard data model solutions, and we will see how we can create a custom data model solution end to end. So all those things we'll be discussing in the data modeling chapter. And service mapping tool. So this is used to automate the mapping of the fields between two different structures. Okay. So in MDG, we do have two areas called staging area, active area. I'm just giving the outline, not going in detail. So we do have two areas called storage areas called staging area, active area. So when we are governing the master data in MDG, we need to map the data back and forth from between the staging area and active area. So to automate that mapping, there is a tool called service mapping tool. So here is in every chapter, first we will understand the theoretical concept. This is the structure, how we are going to discuss. First, we will understand the theoretical way. Then we will have a walkthrough of the standard solution, and we will understand the respective configuration activities. Then we will have one custom solution, and then we will have the assignments. So this is the process that we are going to discuss for many of the chapters. Majorly, this is the process that we are going to see. And data quality and check. So one of the core principles of MDG is improving the data quality. So what are the various ways available in MDG to improve the data quality? We do have various things like the business rules or the duplicate check, likewise. So what are the various ways and how we can configure, how we can customize? So all those things we are going to discuss here. And UI modeling. So as you know, without UI, we can't be able to perform any of our operations. If you would like to present something, yes, I am using a PowerPoint application. This is the user interface. And if you would like to browse something, you need to go with the browser, maybe a IE or Edge or Firefox or Chrome, Safari, whatever it might be. So that's one UI. So without the UI, we can't be able to perform anything. Same way, in a SAP also, though you have, for example, MDG, though you have designed the solution and you have maintained all the configuration in the backend and you do have all the applications and programs running, let's say you don't deliver any UI to the users, how they are going to maintain the master data? Not possible. So UI plays the major role, and what kind of UI technologies we need to know in order to work with MDG applications. So here we need to understand, first we'll understand how the various SAP user interfaces were evolved since uh, the initial days, and what is a WebDAM Pro ABAP, what is a floor plan manager. Even if you don't know what is WebDAM Pro floor plan, that's fine. I'm going to discuss that from the very scratch. And how MDG UI framework has been designed, and what are the various configuration activities for the MDG UI designs, and what are the various standard UI applications we do have, and how we can create a custom end-to-end UI application for our custom solution. Okay, I told you, right, we are going to create one custom data model. So for that data model, we need to build the UI also. So how we can create a custom UI end-to-end? We'll see one end-to-end governance process also. And also, what are the various ways to enhance the standard UI applications? So all those things we are going to discuss in this unit. And then the process modeling. This is also one of the core principles of MDG, governance process. To make it simple, let's say you are applying for maybe a loan or credit card or whatever it might be. So your application undergoes through different levels of approvals. Okay, it's not like as soon as you apply for a loan or you apply for a credit card, it's immediately sanctioned. Nothing like that. At least some levels of approvals are required. And for that, the respective bank or a financial institution expects some information from you. Once you provide that, then they validate that, and after the successful validation, they might route that to the further levels of approval, or they get your request approved with that step itself. It depends on the bank to bank or institution to institution. So same here in MDG also, we don't directly activate any master data. Rather, as per the governance principle, we take our master data through certain levels of approvals. How you can configure that levels of approvals? Okay, and further, there are various workflows we do have here, like a static workflow, rule-based workflow. And again, in the rule-based workflow, we do have various scenarios: linear, dynamic agent selection, dynamic rule context, parallel workflow, parallel change request, successor CRs, follow-up CRs, email notifications. Likewise, we do have various kinds of workflows in this unit, process modeling. So this is the biggest one, like which takes more time compared to any other unit in our course. So process modeling itself takes around 25 to 30 hours. So it's such a vast one. And without any custom workflow, there is no MDG project. So I had seen a couple of MDG projects where they don't have any custom business rules. They don't have any enhancements to the standard solutions. But without workflow, there is no MDG project. So this unit is having that much importance. So, and also at the same time, it's a bit complex as well. So till step 7 or topic 7, it's not that complex, but the actual complexity starts from the rule-based workflow. But I will try to explain you as simple as possible and try to make you to understand each and every concept in a clear way. Okay, so you just need to pay more attention here. And then the replication framework, and MDG can integrate with SAP and non-SAP systems. And once the integration is built, so we need to usually in MDG, as per the governance principle. So we govern the master data in our MDG system, and from our MDG system, we replicate, meaning we send the data, governed data, back to the downstream systems or our business systems. Let's say our MDG is integrated with maybe ACC, S4HANA, Ariba, EMDV, PLM systems. Now, so to govern the master data, client implemented MDG in their environment, maybe an S4HANA environment. Now, all the master data maintenance would be done by the business users in our MDG system. Now, once the master data has been maintained in MDG and once it got approved successfully, then we need to send the data back to the respective business systems, because end of the day, the business systems are the transactional systems or the operational systems. Those are the systems which are accessible by the end users to perform the day-to-day transactions. So they should have the governed data in their respective systems. So what are the various ways to replicate the master data to the respective systems, and how we can filter the data, and how we can map various formats of the data, because there can be SAP, non-SAP systems. So whatever maybe the material type or company code or any currency or anything, whatever we do have in a SAP, the same format may or may not be accepted or in line with the respective target system configuration if it is a non-SAP especially. So we need to do the certain mappings to ensure the data has been replicated successfully to the respective system in a respective format. So all those things we are going to discuss in this DRF chapter. And then data import framework. So DRF used to replicate the data from MDG to other systems. Of course, there is a back and forth also, but the other scenario is very minimal. And data import framework deals with loading the external data into our MDG system. So whenever we would like to build any MDG system, be it ACC or S4 or cloud or anything, and we need to load the external data, like if there are already few operational systems, and if we would like to handle that master data in our MDG through governance process, we need to have that data in our MDG system. Okay. So what are the various ways to load the data into our MDG? So you might have heard like the term data migration. So data migration activities are to migrate the data from one system to another system to make it more simple. So in MDG also data migration takes more important place. We do have the standard tools or standard mechanisms in MDG available to migrate the data or to load the data into our MDG box. One of such mechanisms is data import framework. Import the data into MDG from the external system and further use the DAF framework. The name itself has the meaning most of the cases. So you may not be able to understand certain terminology, but don't worry. So everything we are going to discuss in detail during the regular classes. So here I'm just giving the course outline. And extending MDG standard features. So one of the crucial chapters, like as we know, majority of the customers, like 90%, I can say, may not go with the standard functionality as is. They would like to extend the standard functionality as per their business requirement, right? So we had discussed so far various concepts like data model, UI, workflows, and the search applications, SMT mappings, and the replication mechanisms, all those things. So, and there are certain business rules also. So all these are delivered by SAP, the standard solutions. Now, what if client would like to have some custom attributes? Maybe there might be certain attributes crucial for their business. They do want that set of attributes also to be part of our MDG solution. Since those are business specific, they are not delivered by SAP. Now we need to enhance the standard solution to accommodate those custom data. So how we can enhance that? How we can enhance the standard solution to accommodate the custom attributes? And for that, we need to enhance the standard data model, maybe for any of the master data. Okay, I have enhanced the standard data model with the custom attributes. That's not enough because user can't maintain the data. In order to user to maintain the data, user needs that attributes to be available on the UI. Since those are custom attributes, those are not available on the standard UI application. In turn, we need to enhance the standard UI application with the custom attributes or custom fields. And to map the data between the different storage areas, staging, active area, we need to map these custom attributes. Again, SMT need to be extended. And on top of that, if a customer expects some validations to be done on those custom attributes, we need to implement a custom business rule. So likewise, it's a flow. Okay, there is a link between each and everything. That's why if you miss one chapter, so it would be really difficult to understand the following chapters in MDG. So you have to maintain the consistency. You have to maintain that link. Don't break that. Maybe if you may not be able to attend the class on one day or few days, just ensure that you are in sync with our regular sessions. That means you need to listen to the recordings of the missing sessions. Okay, that is very important. Otherwise, your backlogs will go and will increase like anything. Next, MDG analytics and monitoring. So we do have a few analytical reports in the form of standard applications delivered by SAP. So it's just a configuration that we need to do to enable the standard applications to get the analytical reports, like how many requests were created, how many were approved, how many were rejected, how many materials got processed, how many business partners got changed, how many got rejected. All those things we can get the standard reports. This we will see. And user experience with the Fiori. So in MDG, we use usually two types of user interfaces. One is NWBC, NetWeaver Business Client. Another one is a Fiori. So recently, majority of the clients prefer to use Fiori applications. And there are various Fiori applications like native Fiori applications and WebDAM Pro integrated Fiori applications. We'll have a walkthrough of both. So you don't need to know any Fiori. If you don't know what is Fiori also, that's fine. I'm going to cover that up. But extensive knowledge or extensive experience of Fiori is not required here. Here, our role, our part would be like configuring the Fiori roles and accessing, understanding the standard Fiori applications design, and how we can create a custom Fiori catalogs and Fiori groups that we are going to see in this unit. Okay, and the next one, multi-object processing and mass changes. So MDG handles two types of data operations. One is single object processing, another one is a multi-object processing. Single object processing deals with handling single master data object, like create a single material, change a single business partner, and block maybe a GL account, and also mass operation. Same, we do have the certain T codes in our backend also, like create a single material, mass operation. Same way here also we do have, like to perform the mass operations on the multiple master data objects at a time. So for that we do have various mechanisms. One is multi-object processing, second one mass change, third one file upload, file download. We will see all those things. And consolidation, DQM. These are the new tools launched by SAP for MDG. So we'll be having a walkthrough of these two, because those two itself would be a kind of a separate courses. Each itself takes around 1 month. But I will give you a walkthrough of what is a consolidation and what is a DQM, and we will see what are the configuration required for these two, and we will see one end-to-end scenario also, and I will walk you through the standard guides also. So, and at last, the project activities. So though you have learned all the concepts very well, end of the day you need to get placed into a project, right? So you need to understand the project flow. That is very important. And what kind of roles we do have in a typical MDG project. Like we do have technical consultant role, functional consultant, okay, and of course techno functional, technical architect, technical lead, managers would be there. But the typical roles, technical and functional consultant. So as a technical consultant, what kind of roles are, what are your responsibilities? And as a functional consultant, what are your responsibilities? You need to understand. So I have seen few people who don't have much clarity on this. Maybe the functional consultant try to do the technical activities. Technical consultant would try to get into the functional activities. It's okay if the respective consultant would like to learn the things, that's fine. But we need to have the clarity on what is our role and what are our responsibilities to avoid any further consequences. That is very important. In a typical implementation or support or any kind of project, what are your roles and responsibilities? Everything we are going to discuss in detail. And also we do need to work on various documentation in any project, not only in MDG, in any project, any technology, like the functional specification documents and technical specification documents. And we do have the BRDs, business requirement documents, and system design documents or test scripts. All those things are there. So we'll have a walkthrough of various specification documents, project documents. Those are from my few of previous projects, but I hide all the confidential information. I don't share them, but I will walk you through the template, not the actual content. I'm not supposed to share that. Okay, we just walk you through. I just walk you through the template, and I will also explain you what kind of content you can put in there. And end-to-end project implementation activities, like if you take a typical implementation project from the day one till the hypercare, what kind of activities you would be performing in different environments, and the various activities by technical consultant, functional consultant, and also it is very important for you to understand other teams activities, like what the business systems teams do. Like for example, if you take ECC or S4, which are integrated with are connected to our MDG system. So there may be core master data team, maybe team. So we also need to understand what those teams does, because we are not supposed to go and work in their system. We are responsible to take care of our MDG system. We should not pitch into their systems. So we need to know that boundaries also. Otherwise, everyone will come to you and ask you like, hey, in our system, there is a IDOC failure. In our system, there is a master data missing. Please come and change in this like that. So we should not touch their system, and it's their responsibility to take care of that. Similarly, basis and security activities. There are certain things which should be done by basis and security teams only. Like for example, a security role creation. as a MDG consultant, we should not be supposed to create a security role, and we should not assign the role to the users. We should not change the authorization objects. We should not configure the memory management. Likewise, there are certain basic security activities, they should take care of that. We also need to understand their boundaries as well. Then only we can be able to effectively communicate to the respective teams in the real-time project environment. Okay, so that we are going to discuss in this 16th unit. So total altogether, entire MDG concepts are divided into 16 units, though it's maintained here in a sequence. But when it comes to the training, regular classes, we may not, or we don't discuss the concepts in the same sequence, but rather I am going to discuss the concepts in a logical sequence. Like, for example, let's say I would like to discuss about one custom solution. First, I will discuss the data modeling design for the custom solution, then how we can design the UI, then how we can configure SMT, then how we can configure the workflow, then how we can implement the business rule. Okay, we will see end-to-end scenario. Now, I want to discuss the enhancement of the standard solution. Then again, I will come back to the data model and I will show you how to enhance the standard data model. And again, I will be back to UI. I will show you how we can enhance the standard UI, then how we can enhance the standard SMT, then how we can configure the workflow for the custom solution, enhanced solution, and how we can implement the or enhance the existing business rules. So likewise, there is a logical sequence. I'll take a real-time scenario, I'll take a business process, and we will be going through the end-to-end series of activities or series of tasks to perform to achieve that one, which usually we follow in the real time. Even though if you take a real time, you got a requirement, you don't go by concept by concept. Okay, Ankat first discussed baseline configuration, then data model, then SMT, we follow that one. Nothing like that. Based on your requirement, you need to understand the logical flow, how you can implement that in the system. Further, you can't go by a sequence of the concepts, but you need to go by the sequence of or series of the tasks to be performed to achieve that requirement. Okay, so that is the logical flow that we are going to follow in our course, and mostly we would be covering the real-time scenarios for 70 to 75% of the cases. Why I am saying 70 to 75% of the cases means, so we are using the training environment, the system especially. So there are certain limitations in accessing the training environment. So certain scenarios we may not be able to see practically. Like, let's say if I want to show you how our MDG can be integrated with SAP, non-SAP systems kind of scenario. So I may not be able to show you that practically because we don't have that many systems, and that strong integration is not possible in the training environment. We don't have such strong basis consultants, all those people. But I will be showing you the respective configuration activities and the respective guides that will be followed from MDG perspective. And I would capture a few test scripts also, and we'll be walking you through. Like I just given one example. Like that, there are a couple of scenarios, not too many, hardly 3 to 4 scenarios, which we cannot be able to see practically in our regular classes. But trust me, you will be able to get the required and sufficient information in order to work on that in the project case. Okay. So next one, certification guidance. As of now, the MDG certification code is MDG 1909, and as I read somewhere in the blogs, so soon SAP is going to launch a new certification code 2023, if I remember correctly. Okay, but we'll have a walkthrough of a certification. Okay, what are the certification guides we do have and how you can prepare, what kind of subscriptions, and how you can schedule the exam and how you can prepare for that, and post exam what is the further process. And we have created a mock test, certification mock test for our students. Okay, so based on certain questions, you may or may not expect the same question, but at least that helps you to test your knowledge. Okay, that is the certification guidance we do have. And these are the few highlights of our training. So I do have a, solid experience in MDG as a techno functional, and as I said, 70 to 75% of the scenarios we cover with the real-time scenarios. Okay, and I try to explain each and every concept as detailed as possible. So while I am explaining, I keep a layman in my mind who doesn't have any MDG knowledge. Okay, I myself picturize my as a trainer and student. Then I imagine myself if I am a student, what kind of doubts I would get for a specific topic. So in that sense, I clear your doubts mostly during the explanation of the concept itself. Of course, you might get another doubts also, but I'll try to deal in that way. And we do have the topic-wise assignments and quizzes for few concepts, not for every concept, but you would get the assignments for every concept. And your active participation is also required, because in case if you are unable to do the assignments, then your learning may not be effective. That is very important for you. And also we do have the study materials. Okay, there are study materials, few delivered by SAP already, and I do have my own materials also for few concepts which I feel no detailed material or document available from SAP forum. Okay, if I find such kind of things, or if I feel like okay, we can improvise this one in a better way with more detailed step-by-step process like that. If I feel that I also prepare my own material. Okay, likewise you get both the materials, the SAP materials and my own materials. And yeah, interview questions. So based on my interview experiences and based on the interviews conducted or attended by few of my colleagues and friends, I gathered few questions. I think around 300 plus questions are there altogether in all the concepts. So we'll be sharing that, but don't think that only those questions will be asked in the interviews, nothing like that. So interview questions help you to assess your knowledge and to understand how the questions will be framed, how the questions will be asked by the interviewers. That's it. It's not like a guide or sure shot questions, nothing like that. Okay, it's just to assess your knowledge. Don't by heart anything. Don't rely on only this set of questions. Those are just to assess your knowledge, test your knowledge, nothing much. And the mock interviews, resume preparation. So we'll assist you in preparing your resumes. Okay, so and we'll conduct mock interviews also. There are group mock interviews and one-on-one mock interviews, and there is no placement assurance, no assurance, only assistance is required, because the job, you can get the job only based on your hard work. So though I am a trainer, my efforts are not 100%. My efforts are counted as 50%, and on top of that your efforts need to be added. Let's say if I explained all the concepts for 4 months and you did not practice anything, you did not go revised anything, then what is the use? You can't come to me and blame me like, hey Venkat, I attended four months of your course regularly without missing any class, but I haven't got the job. So there is your practice is missing, your understanding is missing, your hard work is missing. So who can be responsible for that? You are responsible for that. That's why. So in addition to my efforts, your efforts are also counted. So attend the classes regularly. Okay, if you miss few classes, that's fine. But go through the recordings. and practice the scenarios and complete the assignments and have a frequent revisions. Okay, after 1 month, again you need to revise the initial concepts, otherwise you will forget, because as many people think MDG is not that easy. Okay, but if you understand logically, then it is the easiest one for you. But you need to keep hard work, and you need to have the logical thinking. You need to have a good practice. Then only it is possible to get a job for you. Of course, if you have some references or some backdoors, that is a secondary. Okay, I'm not talking about that. And next, we have a dedicated learning platform, Google Classroom, where you can access all our course recording, class recording, study materials, all those things. And you will get the server access. Okay, from this batch, we are going to give the server access S4HANA 2023. Till the end of the course, you will be having the server access. Post the course completion, then I will be sharing you the contact. So if you want, you can take the server from that person, or if you know anyone outside, then also you can take that. Okay, so I only configuring this server. Okay, as for HANA 2023. And this is our learning model. We do have a Google Classroom learning platform, and we use the Google quiz forms for the conducting the quizzes. Your score also will be published there. And we do have the feedback forms to seek the interim feedback, to have further improvements or anything needed during our course. And prerequisites, so this will be discussing in tomorrow's orientation session, second session. So for now, I'm just parking this one. So most of your doubts will be clarified through this. And Google Classroom, this is our learning platform. I'll quickly walk you through our learning platform, because most of you, I think, are already paid the fees and provided me your email addresses. So I'll be providing you the access today. So before that, you need to know how you can enable your access. That's why I haven't granted you the access. Let me quickly walk you through. So this is the learning platform. I'll show you how you can access and all. So you will be getting access to this Google Classroom. Usually, since I am admin, I have this many tiles. Okay, and you will get only the access to this, your batch, MDG March 2025. If you go here, this is the stream tab. Here you see the important announcements, like you see the meeting link, regular classes link. So you don't need to search anywhere for the meeting link or anything. You just log into your classroom. You can find the Zoom meeting link. You just click on that and join from here. You can access this from your mobile also. I will show you mobile applications as well. And if there are any important announcements, and if you have any assignments or quizzes which are due, you will get that notification here. It mentions like, maybe if I'm a student, hey Venkat, your assignment, so-and-so assignment, maybe workflow configuration is due by 10th March. Like that, you will get a notification here. You can see all the due items also here. And people, so you can see your fellow students here, but you can't see their email addresses. Okay, grades, once the assignments and quizzes are accessible, assigned to you, you can see the grades also. What is your grade? How much score you have secured? All those things you can see. And the most important thing is classwork. So here, all the topics are available here. Like if you see, various concepts, class recordings, daily agenda, study materials, external reference materials, specification documents, reference resumes, mock interviews, interview questions, server access, everything you can see here. Okay, so there are few case studies as well. And there are ABAP materials, which I had trained for few students in the month of February 2020. So those who are new to ABAP, so they can refer to this. So this we will discuss in detail in tomorrow's orientation session for prerequisites and add-on sessions. So out of MDG, so for those who are new to SAP, so I take some sessions to give them better initial understanding of what is SAP, what is ABAP, what are the T codes, all those things. So that out of MDG concepts, if I cover anything, so those will be added here under the add-on sessions. And assignments. So whatever assignments you got, all those things you can find here. And the baseline configuration, I told you, right? I am recording the baseline configuration videos. Those you can find here. For example, so this is the S4HANA 2023. Okay, I'm just configuring. So here you can find the baseline configuration videos and all. So that will be uploaded here. And case studies. So few case studies would be available, not for all the concepts. Few, since last two batches only I started these case studies. So it takes a little time to provide the case studies for all the concepts, but as much as possible, I'll try to provide you. Okay. Certification. So like I said, we do have the certification guidance and mock test, everything, those you can find here. And the class notes. So in the regular classes, whatever the concepts we are discussing, those class notes you can find here. So those would be like this. You'll get this PPT available there. So here you can see all the key references, T codes, URLs, okay, and the concept wise explanation, whatever we are discussing during our regular classes, everything you can find here. So that class notes will be uploaded here. And the class recordings are divided into various topics, like the basics part of this one, data modeling concepts and UI modeling, API, all these things. Okay. Whatever the daily classes we are conducting, so that respective recording will be available by evening. Okay, IST, mostly by 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. IST. So you can access the recording, but you cannot download the recorded videos except the recordings, class recordings. You can download anything from this classroom. Only the videos are non-downloadable, but you will have the access for lifetime. And the course curriculum, whatever I am showing you the PPT, that is already uploaded here. Daily agenda. So here you can see the daily agenda, like on so and so day, what are the topics we have covered. Like for example, if you want to see for previous batch, you see day wise on a specific date, what are the topics we have covered. Okay. Likewise, you can see all the topics, whatever we are discussing each and every day. Okay. That is the daily agenda. And that also helps, like for example, if I want to understand in which session I have discussed about the WebDimpro application creation. So you can come to this daily agenda notepad, and you see it is covered in the class 29. Then you can go to the class recordings and see where is the class 29 located, mostly in the UI modeling. So then you can easily access that one. So there is a link. Both will be in sync. And the doubts clarification session. So every day, once the core class is completed and before the start of the class, we do have 5 minutes dedicated time to clarify all your doubts from the previous sessions. And after the class is completed, we'll again have 5 more minutes dedicatedly to discuss or to clarify your doubts of that session. Apart from that, there would be various doubts you might be having, or you might require some more clarification. Okay, maybe from majority of the concepts are out of MDG concepts also, maybe from career perspective or anything learning perspective, like whatever it might be. We used to conduct the doubts clarification sessions, especially only on the weekend, maybe or Saturday or Sunday, but for 1 hour in the morning, so that I'll be able to clarify all your doubts related to any topic. So that kind of additional sessions, mostly within, once in a 3 weeks or like that, or once in a month, we used to conduct that. Throughout the course, you can expect around 3 doubts clarification sessions or on need basis. So those videos are available here. and external materials. And this is relevant to the prerequisites discussion that we'll be discussing tomorrow. But I will just want to give you like those who are from different backgrounds. So maybe you would like to explore MDG functional or technical. So for that, if you need any reference videos or reference documents, those are available here already. You can improve your prerequisite skills if anything is missing. And interview questions, mock interviews, reference resumes for all technical functional consultants. And the server access, like I said, once the hands-on sessions are started, you will get the server access. Till then, server access is not required. So your access details are not visible to other students. Your access details are visible only to you. Okay, those access details are uploaded here. And the specification documents like the project documents and the study materials. So this is the learning platform walkthrough. Now, how you can enable the access? So let's say I have given access to my another email account. So you will get a notification like this, class invitation. Okay, maybe if you are getting the my email first time, that might go to the spam folders also or any junk folder. So you need to search all the folders, and I strictly advise you to enable your access for the first time only through the browser, and ensure that you are logged into the Gmail account which you have provided me for the access. Log out from all the accounts or open in a incognito window and log in with the Gmail account or Yahoo Mail, whatever, with the account which you have provided me to get the Google Classroom access. Once you find this invitation, you just open this. You will see a button, join class. Just click on this. Okay, you see, you need to ensure that here you see the email account that you have provided me for the access. Click on join. Now you will be taken to the respective class. Okay. Now if I currently it's showing as invited. Now if I refresh, since that person joined already, now it shows name. So name shows means you have activated your access. So that's very important. For the first time, whenever you would like to access through browser only. This is a student view. Earlier, whatever I had shown, that was the admin view. I told you, right? You will get a notification for your due work. You see, no work due. If you have any assignments or quizzes due for action, you will see all those things here. And whatever the work you have submitted, like the assignments or quizzes, you can click on this and you can see whatever you have submitted and whatever you have posted or you have commented. And you don't see other topics because whichever topic, whichever section has the content already uploaded, those only visible to you. Okay, empty topics won't be visible for you. And I have a guide. I'll be sharing this guide also to connect to the Google Classroom. You just need to go through this. So just read the instructions very carefully. Same steps have been maintained. This was for the previous one. Once you activate your access, next time don't click on that join button. It won't be working. So if you want to access through the browser, you need to run this URL, or you can Google it like Google Classroom. You can get the link, or you can go through this URL. And we do have iOS and Google Classroom Android app. So this is being managed by Google, not by me. So I'm leveraging their services. So this is the Android application and this is the iOS application. Sorry, this is iOS application and this is Android application. Like I said, first time don't access through the app, mobile app. You will face some challenges. I see some bug or something. So first time access only through the browser to activate your access. And next onwards, once your access is enabled, then download the application and access that. Whatever course content you can see through the browser, like recordings or materials or the meeting links, everything you can access from the mobile application. Everything. That's it. That's about the Google Classroom. Okay, that's about the day one orientation. And tomorrow we would understand the prerequisites to learn MDG. And also I will understand your skill set and will see how I can guide you to get into the MDG space. And there are a few more other things that we need to discuss as part of the orientation. So that's about today's orientation session. So I would like to wrap up with that. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask now.
Venkat, Amar here. So
Yeah, Amar.
you will be sharing the mail today, right?
Yes,
Regarding
yes.
this classroom, everything.
Yes, yes. I'll be sharing all the accesses by today.
Okay, okay. That is
And
awesome.
that will be given only the students who have enrolled for the course only. I'm just generalizing.
Okay, okay, okay. So hope in the classroom only we will be able to get this PPT and every recording session.
Everything. You don't need to search anywhere. So
Okay.
that is a one-stop platform where you can access everything related to our course.
Thank you, Venkat.
Hi, Venkat.
Any
Good
other
morning.
question? Yes. Hi, good morning.
So, Venkat, I have provided you my wrong email. I actually maintained two different emails for different purposes.
Yeah, you can
I have,
you can message me again, not a problem. I haven't provided you the access, so you can
right.
message me. I will share the right one.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Venkat.
Any other question? Yeah, hi.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking for functional. Do we also get any one class for debugging also, like for the functional?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, like we do have add-on sessions, right? So
Hmm.
that will be covered as part of the add-on session. But
Okay.
add-on sessions would be on the weekend. You guys need to manage your time. So that won't be covered in the regular sessions.
Weekends means you said doubt clarification session is different and add-on session is different.
Yeah, doubt clarification. That is doubts clarification, mostly relevant to MDG. Add-on session like a conceptual explanation for other topics,
So these,
non-MDG relevant. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
Venkat, sorry, I have one question. So these add-on sessions, it will be for everyone or for particular?
Everyone. I'll
Okay.
just schedule the meeting, and
Okay.
whoever interested, if you know also, if you want interest, if you have interest, you can join that. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the server is on-premise, right? As for HANA
Yes,
2023.
it's on premise S/4HANA 2023 version.
Okay.
So this is the server that we are setting up.
Mhm.
It's logged out. Any other questions from anyone?
Hi Venkat.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, these classes will be helpful for who are already working in real time.
So that you can get clarity on tomorrow's session. Just wait for one day.
Yeah, okay, sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Any other? Yeah,
yeah, Venkat, Amar here again.
yeah,
So
man.
to avail this MDG knowledge, do you
Mhm.
require anything, any core functionality knowledges, or we need to work, we need to have?
Yeah, that is part of tomorrow's session. Just wait for one day. We'll discuss the prerequisite skills.
Okay,
And
okay.
based on your skill set also, I'm going to advise you how you can learn MDG.
Yeah, if I don't have any knowledge of functional anything, so I want to be MDG
Everything you
functional.
can get, yeah, everything you can get clarified in tomorrow's session.
Yeah, thank you, Venkat.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, regarding replication, both IDOC and SOA both will be covered, right? Like how
Yes,
to
yes.
configure. Yeah, as you
Yeah.
said, like we cannot replicate to the downstream systems.
But one scenario I will be able to show you. There is a concept called self-replication through IDOCs that I
Okay.
can be able to show you. But other scenarios which are not able to cover, but I will be walking you through the real-time guides so from my previous projects. And I will show
Okay.
you some configuration activities as well.
Sure. Yeah.
Any other questions from anyone?
No, no, Venkat. Thanks a lot.
Okay, see you tomorrow then. Thank you. So if you can attend the classes till this Friday. Okay, once you are happy, then you can be able to enroll. And if you would like to, maybe only once you enroll, you will be able to get the Google Classroom access. Okay, let's see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye,
Thank
Venkat.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.